Dogs do some things that make you want to hide your face in public. But have you ever stopped to ask why? Like, why does your dog shove their nose straight into someone's butt the second they meet? You assume it's just bad dog etiquette, but it's actually something way more fascinating. And why does your dog go absolutely crazy the moment a car window rolls down? Sure, you think they're just enjoying the ride, but there's a lot more happening than you realize. In this video, I'm breaking down what these behaviors actually mean. Now let's start with why your dog goes absolutely crazy for a game of tug of war. It's not just because they want to mess with you. Tug of war actually taps into your dog's deepest instinct, which is to grab prey and pull it apart. Yes, your dog is basically pretending your old rope toy is dinner. It also gives them a way to test their own strength and feel powerful. Here's the cool part though. Playing tug with your dog actually builds trust between you two. When you let them win sometimes, it doesn't make them dominant or bratty. It actually boosts their confidence. So the next time your arm feels like it's about to fall off, just know you're doing something really good for your dog. Another behavior that catches most dog owners off guard is how easily your dog jolts awake at the smallest sound. You could be trying so hard to be quiet, and then one tiny creak of the floorboard sends your dog springing to full alert like they've been on guard duty this whole time. Dogs are naturally light sleepers because in the wild, sleeping too deeply could get them killed. Their brains are wired to stay partially aware even during rest, so they can respond to threats fast. Your dog also sleeps in shorter cycles than you do, which means they hit lighter sleep stages way more frequently. This is why they can go from completely knocked out to barking at the mailman in under 2 seconds. Pretty wild, isn't it? Another thing dogs do that leaves most owners totally puzzled is digging at their bed before they lie down. You've probably watched your dog scratch and paw at their perfectly flat bed like it offended them personally. This goes back thousands of years to when wild dogs had to make their own sleeping spot in the dirt or grass. They would dig to flatten the ground, clear out bugs, and even cool down the soil in hot weather. Your dog's brain still runs that same old program even though they're sleeping on a memory foam pet bed in your air-conditioned living room. They're basically trying to set up camp the way their ancestors did. Now, let's talk about why your dog absolutely loses it the moment a car window rolls down. You probably thought they just enjoy the breeze hitting their face, but the real reason is so much bigger than that. Your dog's nose contains up to 300 million scent receptors, compared to your measly 6 million. When they stick their head out the window, they're basically plugging into a live stream of the entire outside world. Every smell that rushes past tells them something. A nearby restaurant, another dog, a patch of grass, someone's backyard barbecue. It's the equivalent of you scrolling through a packed social media feed at full speed. Their ears flapping and mouth open isn't just cute. Their whole body is lit up and fully engaged. What looks like a dog goofing around is actually a full sensory experience they absolutely live for. Then there's this one that honestly sounds like something out of a horror movie. Your dog's eyes glowing in the dark. It's proven that dogs have a special reflective layer behind their retinas called the tapetum lucidum, which bounces light back through the eye a second time. This layer boosts their ability to see in low light conditions by up to 40% compared to human eyes. That glow you see in photos or in a dark room is just that reflected light bouncing back at you. So your dog isn't possessed, they're actually just built with night vision that makes yours look embarrassing. This is why dogs are so good at spotting movement in dim light, even when you can barely see your own hand. It's one of those features that carried over from when dogs needed to hunt at dawn and dusk. Now let's talk about the one behavior that makes guests at your house deeply uncomfortable. Your dog dragging their butt across your floor. A 2019 survey by Banfield Pet Hospital found that anal gland issues are among the top 5 reasons dog owners visit the vet, which tells you this is way more common than people admit. Your dog has 2 small glands on either side of their bottom that need to empty out regularly. When those glands get full or irritated, your dog does the only logical thing they can think of. They use your carpet as a scratching post. It can also be a sign of worms or a skin irritation back there. So while it looks absolutely ridiculous, your dog isn't doing it for laughs. It's their way of telling you something is bothering them and they need help. If it keeps happening, a quick vet visit can sort it out before it turns into a bigger problem. Then there's the classic spin move your dog pulls every single time before they lie down. They go in circles, sometimes 2, sometimes 5, like they're trying to crack some kind of secret code before they're allowed to sleep. This is another ancient holdover from wild dog behavior. Spinning helped flatten grass or brush to make a smooth sleeping surface. It also helped them check the area around them for snakes or other animals hiding nearby. Doing a full circle also lets your dog position themselves so they can face the direction where a threat is most likely to come from. Even though your living room has zero snakes and zero predators, that instinct is still fully loaded in your dog's brain. The number of spins can even vary by mood. An anxious dog tends to spin more before settling. Another thing dogs do that seems random but really isn't is digging around in blankets before settling down. You've probably seen your dog paw and root around in a pile of blankets like they're searching for buried treasure. Just like digging at their bed. This comes from an old nesting instinct that goes way back before dogs ever lived inside houses. In the wild, dogs would arrange leaves, grass, and dirt to build a safe and comfortable spot to sleep. Your dog is doing the exact same thing, just with your throw blanket instead. On top of that, burrowing into blankets also helps them feel enclosed and secure, almost like being wrapped in a hug. Smaller breeds and anxious dogs tend to do this the most because the pressure of the blanket actually calms their nervous system down. Another popular thing dogs do that genuinely makes people cringe is licking your feet. You kick off your shoes after a long day, and your dog rushes over and starts going to town on your feet like they're the best thing they've ever tasted. Here's the thing, your feet are one of the saltiest and most scent-packed parts of your body. Dogs are drawn to salt naturally, and your sweat gives off a strong scent signal that your dog finds really interesting. Licking is also a deeply ingrained comfort behavior for dogs. They lick their puppies, their packmates, and the people they feel safest with. So when your dog licks your feet, it's actually a sign of affection and bonding, not just weird snack behavior. It can also be their way of getting your attention when they feel like you've been ignoring them. Gross as it might feel, your dog genuinely thinks they're doing you a favor. And finally, why does your dog sniff people straight in the backside the second they meet them? No, it's not about bad manners at all. Dogs can identify specific individuals and gather detailed social information purely through scent, with an accuracy that puts human social skills to shame. The area around another animal's backside releases a concentrated mix of pheromones from glands called the apocrine glands. Those pheromones tell your dog the other person's age, mood, health, and even what they ate recently. Your dog is basically running a full background check in about 3 seconds. Next time your dog goes in for the sniff and you want to disappear into the floor, just remember, your dog is the one in the room who actually knows what's going on. Now you know what your dog is actually trying to say with all those weird habits. But understanding their behaviors is only half the picture, because some of the things you do every day might be quietly breaking their heart without you even knowing. So go check out our next video where we walk you through 12 habits that emotionally hurt your dog. If you skip it, you might keep hurting your dog without ever realizing it.